Hi boys and girls, welcome back to Sunday School. Sorry it's been a few weeks here, but we're on to lesson 17. We're in a different room in my house today filming as we are doing a bunch of renos in our house and there is stuff everywhere. So we're trying a new thing today, all right? So the lesson today for lesson 17 is the age of the earth. And we're gonna just start off, we talked a little bit about creation in that last time, and we talked a little bit about how old earth is and how God created it only about 6,000 years ago. And we know this from the Bible, okay? And whenever we want to find answers, we need to go to the Bible to find the answers. So I want to sing something to you, just one line, and I want you to guess if you know this song. Ready? Happy birthday to you. I'm sure you know that one, yes. When do you guys hear that song? On your birthday or somebody else's birthday, right? And a birthday marks the day that we're born. When we celebrate our birthday, we're counting every day, every year since the day that we were born. So if you're 5 years old, you would have 5 candles on your cake. So if I had a cupcake here, right, the candle represents sometimes it will represent how many years. If you have 5 candles, 5 years. If we had just had one, maybe it's just, this is your first birthday, right? So if there are 6 candles, that means you're 6 years old. Birthdays are fun and important. They help us keep track of how old we are. The Bible talks about birthdays too, and we're going to celebrate today as we learn about that. So I want you to, do you guys remember about who was the first man created? We talked about this last lesson. Remember his name? Adam, right. In Genesis, God tells us about Adam's children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and how many birthdays these people had. We're going to read about Adam first. So I'm going to open my Bible today and I'm going to go to the very first book of the Bible. So here's my Bible right here. And I'm going to go to Genesis, the very first book of the Bible. So it's pretty easy to find. And I'm going to go to chapter 5, verse 5. So chapter 5. I'm going to go way back here, and I'm going to go to verse 5, and we're going to read a little bit about that and see what it says. Okay, here it goes. Altogether, Adam lived 930 years, and then he died. Wow, he lived 930 years. Can you imagine that? I can't imagine that. That is a lot of birthdays, right? That's a long time to live. The next one we're going to read about is Adam's son Seth. And it's just a few more verses down. It's chapter 5, verse 8. And here it goes. Altogether, Seth lived 912 years. And then he died. So that is a long time. And there's more that we could read about, but we're not going to read about all of them. So we talked a little bit about how old Earth is. If the Earth could have had birthdays, it would be around just over 6,000 years. We've heard people say that the Earth has been around for millions of years and billions of years, but if we look at the chart from Bible, then it tells us about that. You see, Adam was the first man, and he was created in the beginning when God first formed the earth. And if we add up all the years that went from Adam and his sons to Noah and his sons and all the way to the man named Abraham, we get 2,000 years. Now, there are people who study history and things that happened in the past, and these people say that from Abraham all the way to Jesus was another 2,000 years. So we've got 2,000 years and 2,000 years. That's 4,000. Now, do you guys remember when we celebrate Jesus' birthday? Christmas, that's right. And as soon as Jesus was born, the calendar started counting all over again. So that's we're at year 2021, right? So that's about another 2,000 years in a way. So 2,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000 is 6,000, and we're in year 21. So 6,021 years have gone by from Adam, from the beginning of the world to today. God tells us in His word how old the earth really is. Remember, the Bible is God's holy word, and God does not lie. And we've talked a lot about that, so we know that. And we can always trust that what the Bible tells us. So that's what our lesson is today. It's a short one today, but I'm going to go over some of the stuff that you have in your package with that. So if you are in grades 4 and up, you have sheets that look like this. Here's a timeline to kind of help you out with that. And then there is a word scramble at the back. If you are in the younger grades from pre-K to grade 3, this is kind of one of the sheets. It could be a different one as well, depending on that. And there's a birthday card you can make for Earth. So you can color it, and then you can fold it along the dots, and it'll make a birthday card. Also, it talks a little, there's some coloring sheets. And then there's one more thing. It's a birthday timeline. So it's kind of like the other ones, but yours is a little different. So here it's got a birthday cake, and there's some circles on top. And then you can cut out the pictures to kind of go along with that, and they go in order along that. Just to remind us that there's different years of how old Earth is. So that's it for this lesson, and we'll see you next week for the next lesson.